about the messiness of the laboratory and the relationship between the materials that I was working in and this bigger economic framework. So I was using cow bone, and I was interested in the sort of politics of transformation of animals and in laboratories. So I made these sort of totemic towers to the belief in science and nanotechnologies, because this is operating at the nano level. And these are the little bone transducers at the top. And then I did recordings of them playing back songs to do with bones and and cows and things like that, and milk. And then I recorded some video of cows with milking machines and udders. And so again, this kind of bigger visual aesthetic of machinic animal combinations. And just quickly, this was another work that I made out of my research, and this was in collaboration with a PhD student, and I used the rat's tails from her work, and I extracted the collagen, and I made this big panel of laboratory weighing trays and pieces of collagen that I sort of dried out and turned into this sort of very thin plastic film embedded with rat's hair. And again, it was about the use of animals and the history of the use of animals in scientific work, and this kind of very poignant process of transformation from the living to the non-living. And there's a video that sort of documents that process in the middle. And interestingly, these rats were living in the shredded documentation of their own process. So in the animal houses, basically they shred all the documentation.
Technically that was your...
Sorry. And then the animals live in the shredded documentation, which I thought was really cool.
Thank you.
With a background in architecture and aerospace engineering. So I've kind of embodied this art-science collaboration for many years now. Let's see. So I also lived, so I attended MIT for my bachelor's and master's, and then I came to Amsterdam for the Rijksacademie, where I was 3 years a resident. And having been in the Netherlands talking about art and science, I just wanted to kind of pose a question that often in Dutch, wetenschap is the word we translate into science, but as I learned from some collaborations here, there's actually different notions of the term wetenschap. So I think it's kind of interesting for us, since we're in the Netherlands, to understand what sort of science or wetenschap are we talking about in terms of these collaborations. So for the English and Dutch speakers, we have kind of different examples. Actually, I found out there was another one.